From Jeremiah 29, verse 11, we read, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give a hope and a future." Thank you, Lord, for calling this class of 2021 to their nursing profession and for protecting and leading them to this day of celebration where we recognize their hard work and dedication. We ask for your continued blessings for protection and strength to perform their task as they go out into the world to serve those in need. May they always remember their calling and honor you with grace and integrity so that they may be a continued blessing to others. We pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you for being here this evening for the 2021 Associate Degree Nursing Program Pinning Ceremony. This is a very special evening for 22 deserving graduates. My name is Julie Brower, and I'm the Director of Nursing here at Northeastern Junior College. I'm happy to welcome family and friends of these graduates to the pinning ceremony. We are so happy to be able to have this ceremony tonight, and thank you all for following the COVID precautions NJC has put in place to keep everyone safe. The graduates and the nursing faculty, thank you for your support that you've given these students during their nursing school journey. We know many of the nursing students, friends, and family members made sacrifices to get the graduates where they are today. Some helped financially, some helped with childcare, some stepped up and did more laundry, cooking, and cleaning. This evening is a celebration for all of you who supported these students the last 2 years, and the teamwork you demonstrated to help these students reach their goals. We also want to acknowledge our multiple clinical sites and all of their staff for the extra time spent teaching and working with these nursing graduates. This ranges from in-services on how to use computer systems, orientations, to providing nursing care with our students. And then finally, in the month of April, being preceptors for our graduates. Without the support of our clinical sites, our program would not be possible. Please see the program tonight for the list of our multiple clinical sites on the back of our program. I would like to introduce you to our nursing program faculty and staff, as they have done an excellent job during trying COVID times to get these students ready for their careers as registered nurses. Jan Brandenburg is a full-time faculty in our nursing department. Jan has taught these students their first medical surgical nursing course, and in their second year, their psychiatric nursing course. Jan's students appreciate her ability to give real-life nursing examples and relevance to the topics she teaches. Ashley Morostica is a full-time faculty and instructor, and these students had her for nursing arts and skills and obstetrics in their first year of nursing school. Her energetic and enthusiastic style makes learning fun, and students appreciate her extra support and her encouraging words. Samantha Mayhaffey has instructed these students in their last medical surgical nursing course and in their second year pharmacology course. Sam's no-nonsense approach to helping students master nursing content is appreciated. Sandy Lynn has taught this group of students in their last nursing course, Nursing Leadership. She is known for her nursing stories and the real-life examples she gives students. Christine Bolton is the newest member of our nursing staff. She started this April and is our nursing life skills coach and clinical instructor. We are happy to have her on our team. Our full-time nursing instructors also teach in the clinical setting and receive help from some part-time instructors. We are thankful for our adjunct faculty and the contributions that they have made to our graduates' education. Kim Lind is our clinical instructor at Sterling Regional Med Center, and Katie Hare is our clinical instructor at Devonshire Acres. Alexis Ertl is not on the stage, but is a vital part of our nursing team and is our administrative assistant. She has helped the students make this evening a special celebration. Finally, I would like to extend my congratulations to the graduates on a job well done. I know your nursing experience was not typical due to the pandemic, but you all persevered. I'm very proud of each one of you and look forward to watching you succeed in your nursing careers. You're going to make a positive difference in the lives of your patients and your coworkers and your communities. And I've been honored to be a part of your nursing education. I now have the privilege of introducing Jody Kind as the guest speaker. Jody has a special place in all of our hearts as she's a past nursing faculty. She was selected by this class to give the address this evening. Jody is currently the Director of Client Health Services at Northeastern Colorado Health Department. It's my honor to welcome Jody to the podium.
It's really short. I think that'll work. Okay. Well, thank you so much for asking me to share in this very special event. I know and I recognize that I am truly blessed to just have known you and worked with you over the past couple of years. When I was approached by Marissa and Kendra if I would consider being your guest speaker, well, I did what all good nurses would do, and I said, oh, definitely, you know, I'd be honored. Thank you so, so much. Of course, after saying those words, I also did what every good nurse does and went home and said, oh Lord, what did I get myself into? So, honestly, I am honored to be here with you, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate being allowed to be a part of such a meaningful time in your life. Now for the speech, that was a little bit different. So, I would go home to my husband after I'd work a long day of COVID clinics, and I'd say, so, what should I say to these students? What do you think would be really meaningful? And he'd just look at me, keep making dinner, and ignore me. So I'd go home a few days later and I'd say, so if you were graduating from nursing school, what would you like to hear from me? And he'd ignore me again. And so finally I went home and I'm like, do you have any ideas for me, please? And he looked at me and he said, Joan, you've been a nurse for 40 years. Every day you get up, you go to work. Every day you come home, you tell me about your day, you love nursing, you love life, you're excited about everything. So why don't you share with them what makes you who you are? What makes you who you are as a nurse? What is it about you that is maybe different than everybody else? And truly, I'm not different than any of you. But I thought about it, and these 5 themes kept coming to mind. And so I put those themes all together on paper, and I called them my 5 pearls of wisdom. And so hopefully these are what make me excited about getting up in the morning, what make me continue to love nursing. Basically, they just make me who I am. So here it goes. Pearl number 1, never forget why you're here. It's so important to remember what it was that gave you that drive to work so hard to get into nursing. Remember that first day you came in and we wanted to know your name and we asked you, tell us more about yourself and why you want to be a nurse. And all of you came with amazing stories. You talked about sisters and you talked about aunts and grandmothers and mothers and brothers that were already nurses and you want to be just like them. Or maybe you had somebody in your life have something happen to them and there was a nurse on the other end of that story and you wanted to be a part of that, because you recognized how important that was in your life. So trust me, it's an extremely hard profession, and there's going to be many times that you're going to sit back and you're going to say, oh, do I really want to do this? Do I want to be a nurse? Those are the times you need to remember why you're here. Why do I want to be a nurse? What is it that drove you here and what you're doing? I took an excerpt from a website called Lessons Learned, and they said, never forget how far you've come and everything you've gone through. All the times you pushed on, even when you felt you couldn't. All the mornings you got out of bed, no matter how hard it was. All the times you wanted to give up, but you got through another day. Never forget how much strength you have learned and how far you have grown. But most importantly is never forget why you're here. Pearl number 2, learn every day. I know it's probably the last thing you really want to hear right now about challenging yourself to learn some more, but I challenge you to embrace that. Look at every experience and learn every day. You've just completed a ton of learning, you've worked hard, and I know it's time to celebrate yourself. So I encourage you to celebrate. But remember, tomorrow's another day and it's time to learn again. Test yourself every day, find a lesson in every experience. As first-year students, I love to tell stories, and as first-year students, I think I told all of you about one of my nursing instructors, the absolute worst nursing instructor on earth, and her name was Rose, and I will never forget Rose. So Rose was one of those people that I would get nervous to go to clinical like 2 weeks before I got there. I memorized the med-surg book just in case she might ask me a question. I just feared every moment of my time with Rose. And I look back and I think, did Rose teach me something? Well, she did. Did she teach me nursing? Nope, not at all. But what she taught me was I never wanted to be like her. So I learned that you learn from everything in life. So always learn every day. I challenge you to embrace everything. The best learning experience to the worst learning experience. Just remember, learning from everything you experience really makes you who you are. I have a quote from Brian Herbert. It says, "The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill, and the willingness to learn is a choice. Learn every day." Pearl number 3, practice humility. C.S. Lewis stated, humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. Remember to practice humility. Don't think you know everything. Don't think you can't learn more. Learn from your patients, learn from your colleagues, learn from your leaders. Be open, be willing to learn. We can't know everything. Open up to others and be willing to hear their story and take it all in. And no one is perfect. Errors occur, don't hide from those errors. Learn from them, have humility. Sometimes you'll have days that nothing seems to go right, trust me, and don't give up. Learn from those situations and practice humility. Mahatma Gandhi said, "It's unwise to be the source of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest weaken and the wisest err." So practice humility. Pearl number 4, know your moral value and follow your moral compass. Now with that statement, you're probably all thinking, where's she going with this one? So for me, my moral compass is made up of all sorts of different qualities. And if you look at moral compasses, you'll see a lot of those qualities get mentioned over and over again. So I encourage each of you to find your moral compass. My moral compass consists of trust, honesty, courage, fairness, respect, and caring. Trust, build it and keep it. Nursing is one of the most trusted professions. Trust everything. Everything is trust, and trust is everything, especially when you lose it. So work hard to build trust in your patients, in your coworkers, and in your friends. Honesty, be genuine and be ethical. There are so many times you're going to be met with diversity. There's so many times that you're going to ask to do things that you may sit back and question. If you think it's wrong, take a breath, take a step back. It's so important to be yourself, to be honest to yourself, trust your feelings. Courage, take accountability. Look how far you've come. Look at how much courage it took you to get where you are tonight. Continue to have that courage. Be accountable for your continued learning and be accountable for what you do. It takes courage to be a good person, to be trusting, to be honest, and to be accountable. Fairness, be equitable, treat people fairly. When people are sick, they need our help, and they're all the same. They have a story, they have a background, they have a past. Treat them fairly. Don't let anything or anyone cloud your perception. Put yourself in their place and treat them based on their needs. Treat them the way you would want to be treated. You be fair. Respect. Treat everyone with dignity, very much like fairness. Dignity is so important. Treat everyone with respect and assume and assure that you are there to meet their needs. Practice this in your profession. Practice it with your patients. Practice it with your colleagues, and practice it with your supervisors. You'll be amazed how just a little bit of respect, how far it goes. Caring, a little bit of caring also goes a long way. Listen to people, work with others, achieve together. You just are entering into a world of caring. So this is the number one thing that you really need to do. What is caring? It's having that basic respect for people, treating everyone fairly, taking accountability for yourself, being honest, and trusting one another. Michelle Obama wrote, "As long as I hold fast to my beliefs and values and follow my moral compass, then the only expectation that I need to live up to are my own." Follow your moral compass. And pearl number 5, finally, take care of yourself. This is the hardest one, but probably the most important pearl that I can share with you. You can't take care of others if you don't take care of yourself. I say these words with true meaning. You're the only person that will take care of you. I promise you, in this profession, you will be asked to do a lot. The more you do, the more you'll be asked. The more you do, the more you'll be given. The more you do, the more they expect. Eventually, if you aren't taking care of yourself, you'll become something totally different. Someone you don't like and someone you don't even recognize. Someone that really needs help. So don't ever get to that point. Take care of yourself. Say no, take time, breathe, appreciate your surroundings, and be centered. I found an excerpt for this one from Live by the Sun and Love by the Moon, and it says, protect your energy. It's okay to cancel a commitment. It's okay not to answer a phone call. It's okay to change your mind. Remember, it's okay to be alone, and it's okay to take a day away. It's okay to do nothing, and it's okay to speak up. Most importantly, it's okay to let go. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much again. My wish for all of you is to be good to yourself. Follow your own moral compass, practice humility, never stop learning, and always, always remember why you're here. Good night, and the very best to all of you.
Hello family, friends, and faculty, and honored guests, and welcome to NJC's nursing class of May 2021's pinning ceremony. Over the past 2 years, I've had the pleasure of enduring nursing school with some of the most brilliant, outspoken, and kind-hearted individuals. We've experienced the true wrath of Murphy's Law. Anything that could go wrong, did. Between difficult classes and demanding schedules, COVID swoops in and steals the show and obliterates everything in sight. COVID is something that I would never wish upon anyone embarking on their journey through nursing school, as it continues to pose a threat to our communities around the country. Nursing school is not something that can be done easily online, as we've quickly figured out, but it is still possible with the right amount of conviction. But as individuals and as a class, we've been able to overcome and conquer the hardships that nursing school entails. I've had the pleasure of working alongside some of the most talented and hardworking individuals I've ever known. We've been put through some of the most difficult situations, and we've handled them with grit and determination. We may have had our differences at times, but we have come together as a team and worked toward a common goal, to be a nurse. We may have needed a little liquid courage to get through some of the difficult times, but we may always manage to pull it off. We also may have been giving a few of our instructors a heart attack or two, but managed to get it together before it was too late. I would like to think that we are the underdogs coming up to take the title of those before us. I know there have been a few heart-stopping moments for all of us, but we came through in the end. Before I started nursing school, people would warn me about the true difficulties it brings with it, but I ignored them, like I do with everything else, only to soon figure out that nursing school is not for the faint of heart, and requires a little more than a couple of brain cells to get through it. I would like to thank those that have been our support systems through these troubling times, as they have been the shoulders we've cried on, the ones that told us to get a grip, and the ones that told us to lose the attitude when we snapped at them for simply breathing the same air. Without these gracious souls, we probably would not have gotten to where we are today, and probably end up in the loony bin at some point. I'm blessed to know that this group of intelligent individuals are going out to the real world to save lives and comfort those who have a grim end in sight. Some may be the few you see in emergent situations. Some may be the few you see when you're bringing a life into the world. I have full confidence that these individuals can handle anything that may be thrown their way. We may spread out across the country, to Texas, to Georgia, to Nebraska, and some of us might stay right here in the pleasant town of Sterling, Colorado. Wherever we go, let us continue to be resilient, hardworking, and kind-hearted individuals as we care for those who may be unable to care for themselves. I look forward to what the future will hold. As we embark on our journey into the future, our next stop is the dreaded NCLEX, the biggest and most feared test of our lives. Just keep in mind one thing. While it's all correct, it is not the most correct. I have full confidence that we will pull through and become the licensed professionals that we have been trained to be. To my fellow graduate nurses, our journey is not yet finished. And as Florence Nightingale once said, let us never consider ourselves finished nurses. We must be learning all of our lives. I hope your scrubs are comfy, your coffee is strong, and your Mondays are short. Congratulations, and continue being the strong, kind-hearted individuals I've known these last 2 years. I look forward to our next adventure. Thank you.
The NJC nursing program is grateful to the many generous donors who provide scholarships that are awarded to our students. For many students, these scholarships often make the dream of attending nursing school a reality. The following students receive scholarships. Please stand when your name is read. Katie Bass received the Simmons Family, Kimball, Cozy Colorado Opportunity, and the NJC Foundation scholarships. Tara Brent received the Frank and Gloria Walsh scholarship. Caitlin Dinsmore received the Kimball scholarship. Olga Escalera received the Frank and Gloria Walsh scholarship. Amber Fennelson, I know I'd say that wrong, received the Cozy Colorado Opportunities, the Kimball, and the Logan County Nurses Association scholarship. Sarah Figueroa received the Daniels Opportunity Award, Jimmy McCaffrey, Dinsdale Transition, Monahan Single Parent, CARES Grant, Cozy Colorado Opportunity, and the Cheney Rieger Funeral Home scholarships. Lindsay Moos received the Kimball Scholarship and the Last Mile Scholarship. Kendra Mell received the Frank and Gloria Walsh Scholarship. Ashley Napauza received the Frank and Gloria Walsh Scholarship. Corey Megabauer received the Last Mile, Sedgwick County Health Center, Gateway Foundation, Buckley, and the Steve and Terry Meyer Scholarship. Marissa Ritter received the Black Hawk Lodge number 11, Kathy Mackey Memorial, Hubert and Luella Herbolsheimer, and the Hope Scholarships. Zeph Schanfeld received the Division of Vocational Rehab and the National UCB Family Epilepsy Scholarship. Alyssa Sprague received the Cozy Colorado Opportunity, the NJC Foundation, and the Last Mile scholarships. Christina Tatro received the Frank and Gloria Walsh Scholarship. Jordan Thiel received the NJC Foundation Scholarship. Yasmin Trevino received the Larry and Glenda Akers and the Doug and Shelley Stump Scholarship. Courtney Trujillo received the Frank and Gloria Walsh Scholarship. Molly Weatherill, the David Walsh Scholarship. Bob and Norma Plank, Logan County Nurses Association, and the Kimball Scholarship. And Carissa Zion, the Frank and Gloria Walsh, Sherry Shattuck Sunshine, and the Williams Foundation Scholarships. Congratulations to these scholarship recipients, and again, thank you to the generous organizations and individuals who provided these scholarships for our students.
We have a highest academic average that the Rotary Club presents, and if Dennis Foxhaven would come up. This award is given to the student who has achieved the best grade point average throughout their prerequisites and throughout the nursing program. I'm gonna cry, sorry guys. This person is dedicated to learning and places very high demand on herself. She strives for excellence. She's achieved a 4.0 GPA. And during the nursing program, besides her academic success, she also provides excellent nursing care, provides professionalism, caring, personality, and knowledge. Will be a wonderful asset to the nursing program. Alyssa Sprague, please come up.
At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Don Carey with the Sterling Lions Club to come up to help present the next award. The second award is given to the student that is selected as the best bedside nurse. Because the focus of our program is basic bedside skills and becoming an honest, responsible, caring nurse, this is a coveted award. This student does well academically, has been an EMT for quite some time, and has a good knowledge base and skill set, but is never arrogant. He often worked long hours while going to school, but still took responsibility for his learning and put in the time and thought necessary to do well on assignments. He has been a pleasure to have in class and in the clinical setting. We have seen him treat all of his patients with compassion, including the elderly and patients with mental illness. His patients appreciate his attentiveness and cheerful personality. If the student were caring for one of our own family members, we would be confident that he would provide quality, compassionate care to them. This award for Best Bedside Nurse goes to Mr. Corey Negebauer.
history of the pinning ceremony. The pinning ceremony has roots from the 12th century Crusades when knights who aided the sick and infirm were given a Maltese cross to wear. Today's pinning ceremony is closely tied to an award given to the mother of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale. She was awarded the Red Cross of St. George in the 1860s for her tireless work during the Crimean War. To share this honor, Florence presented a Medal of Excellence to her brightest graduates. By 1916, the practice of the pinning ceremony was standard throughout the United States. The badge symbolized educated individuals who were competent to serve as a nurse to provide health care to society. Nurses make a difference in the lives of patients and the health of their communities, but becoming a nurse takes a lot of hard work, as the individuals being honored here tonight can attest to. Nursing students need to acquire cutting-edge knowledge and advanced practice skills to be effective on the front lines of patient care. The pinning ceremony is distinctive for the nursing community and is unlike any graduation ceremony. It is the first time a nursing graduate enters the nursing community with its rich and proud history and marks the important transition from student to nurse. It is a symbol of the nursing students' hard work and dedication towards their coursework and clinicals. Katie Bass, being pinned by her husband, Kevin Bass. She says he's pinning her because he has always been there to push me to do my best and help me when I get overwhelmed. Katie's plans include to become an emergency and trauma nurse. Long term, she wants to be a flight nurse. Congratulations, Katie. Madison Marie Blackwelder, being pinned by her dad, Chuck Blackwelder. She says she chose her dad because he's been her biggest supporter through everything. Madison's plans are to pass the NCLEX exam and get a job in a hospital. Congratulations, Madison. Tara Brent, being pinned by her husband, Alton Brent. She chose him because he supported her and pushed her to be her absolute best. Tara's plans are to pass the NCLEX, obtain her BSN, and start her career. Congratulations, Tara. Caitlin Dinsmore, being pinned by her husband, Casey Dinsmore. She chose him because she says he is her better half. Caitlin's plans are to work as an RN and to obtain her BSN degree. Congratulations, Caitlin. Olga Escalera, being pinned by her dad, Francisco Escalera. She chose him because she says he always pushes her to pursue her dreams and has been her biggest supporter. Olga's plans are to include going on to get her BSN and hopefully working for East Morgan County Hospital. Congratulations, Olga. Sarah Figueroa, being pinned by her son, Gabriel. She chose him because she says life is full of adventures, but none has been better than the adventure I've taken with you. Sarah's plans are to work on her bachelor's, eventually work towards a master's program. Congratulations, Sarah. Amber Fennelson, being pinned by her mother, Lisa LaPlante. She chose her mother because she has supported her and encouraged her the last 2 years. Amber's plans are to stay in Sterling and work at Sterling Regional Med Center. Congratulations, Amber. Lindsay Dawn Moose, being pinned by her grandmother, Pat Robbins. She chose her grandmother because of her endless support. Lindsay's plans are to finish her bachelor's degree of nursing with UNC and work in a new grad program in the Denver area. Congratulations, Lindsay. Kendra Mowell, being pinned by her mother, Shawn Mowell. She chose her mother because she has been very supportive of her and her future, and she couldn't think of anyone better to be there with her. Kendra's plans are to get her bachelor's degree, work towards getting a nurse practitioner degree later on. Congratulations, Kendra. Ashley Napausa, pinned by her husband, Adam Napausa. She says she chose her husband because of his unwavering support and commitment to see her reach her goal. Ashley's plans are to work as an ER nurse. Congratulations, Ashley. Corey Ryan Negebauer, being pinned by his mother, Karina Negebauer. He chose her because she was his greatest supporter throughout his college experience. Corey's plans are to obtain a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing at the University of Colorado Springs and working as a nurse to give back to his community in Sedgwick County, Colorado. Congratulations, Corey.
Marissa Ray Ritter. Marissa is being pinned by her mother, Dawn Ritter. Marissa says she chose her mother because she has been very supportive of her and has helped Marissa a lot. She also chose Dawn, quote, just because she is my mother. Her plans after graduation include getting a master's degree and working at a trauma center. Cassie Schluter. Cassie is being pinned today by her mom, Carol Schluter. Cassie says she chose her mom because she has supported her throughout the nursing program. Her plans after graduation include obtaining her BSN and working in a nearby hospital. Zeth Thomas Shainfeld. Zeth is being pinned today by his wife, Mia Shainfeld. Zeth says he chose his wife because she is his better half. His plans after graduation include continuing on with his education and hopefully working at Sterling Regional Med Center. Wesley Maurice Zaslowski Smith. Zaslowski. Wes is being pinned today by Sean Morgan Smith. Wes says he chose him because Sean is his son. His plans after graduation include working in a nurse residency program, finishing his bachelor's degree, and obtaining a nurse practitioner or physician assistant degree. Alyssa Sprague. Alyssa is being pinned by her father, Jeff Sprague. Alyssa says she chose her father because her dad is one of her biggest role models and inspirations. She continues on to say that he has given her the most valuable advice. Her plans after graduation include working at Sydney Regional Med Center until she completes her BSN. She then plans to work in critical care until she is eligible to become a flight nurse. Her long-term goal is to obtain her doctorate of nursing practice as a CRNA. Christina Tatro. Christina is being pinned by her friend, Marissa Morales. Christina says she chose Marissa because she has been a constant support system through this nursing program. Christina's plans after graduation include continuing her education to become a nurse practitioner. Jordan Lee Thiel. Jordan is being pinned today by Dominique Cottle. She chose Dominique because he is her spouse. Her plan after graduation is to become an OB nurse. Yasmin Trevino. Yasmin is being pinned by her mom, Carmen. Yasmin says that she chose Carmen because, quote, "She is my mama. She pushed me for this ever since I mentioned fixing a shark bite with a Band-Aid and a cookie." Yasmin's plans after graduation include obtaining a bachelor's degree, becoming a certified oncology nurse, traveling to Sicily with her fiance, and learning Italian. Courtney Eleanor Trujillo. Courtney is being pinned today by her mother, Amy Trujillo. Courtney says she chose her mother because she supported her through her nursing school journey. Courtney's plan after graduation is to continue to work on her education. Molly Kate Wetherill. Molly is being pinned today by her mom, Stephanie Wetherill. Molly says that she chose her mom because she was very supportive, and Molly couldn't have made it through without either of her parents. Her plans after graduation include working at Sterling Regional Med Center, and then she's undecided after that. Carissa Zion. Carissa is being pinned by her husband, Aaron Zion. She says she chose Aaron because he has put up with a lot of grouchiness over the last few years. Carissa's plans after graduation include getting her BSN within the next 2 to 3 years and working in a hospital in some capacity. Graduates, please stand. It is my honor to present to you the Northeastern Junior College Associate Degree in Nursing, Class of 2021. Congratulations to the graduates.